In a development that's raising alarms across the globe, China has declared it will take countermeasures against the United States following a controversial $2 billion arms deal aimed at bolstering Taiwan's defenses. This latest sale is yet another flashpoint in the ongoing power struggle between two of the world's largest superpowers, with Taiwan caught in the crossfire. The $2 billion arms package, announced by the Pentagon on Friday, includes a highly advanced air defense system known as NASAMS, a battle-tested weapon from the conflict in Ukraine. The inclusion of this system has elevated Taiwan's defense capabilities to new levels, a move that U.S. officials describe as vital for maintaining a stable military balance and political order in the Asia-Pacific region. China's outrage over this latest weapons sale is rooted in a long-standing claim over Taiwan, a claim the Chinese government considers non-negotiable. The U.S., on the other hand, is legally bound to ensure Taiwan's security, despite the absence of formal diplomatic relations. This commitment has consistently drawn sharp rebuke from Beijing. According to the Defense Security Cooperation Agency, this deal not only strengthens Taiwan's defense, but also supports American security and economic interests. In the words of the Pentagon, the proposed sale will help improve the security of the recipient and assist in maintaining political stability, military balance, and economic progress in the region. But predictably, Beijing is not seeing it that way. China's foreign ministry swiftly responded with a scathing condemnation, urging the U.S. to halt what it described as a dangerous pattern of arming Taiwan. They argue that these actions threaten the already fragile peace and stability in the Taiwan Strait. China has repeatedly labeled Taiwan as a red line in its territorial policy and considers U.S. actions in the region to be, quote, severe provocations. China's stance is clear. It will take all necessary measures to protect its sovereignty, including resolute countermeasures, to push back against what it calls violations of its sovereignty. The nature of these countermeasures remains unclear, but the world has already seen a marked increase in Chinese military activity near Taiwan in recent years. Meanwhile, Taiwan has welcomed the arms sale, with its government lauding the U.S. for its steadfast support. Taiwan's foreign ministry has issued a statement emphasizing their duty to defend their homeland in the face of escalating Chinese military pressure. This sale marks the 17th arms deal between Taiwan and the Biden administration alone, underscoring the depth of U.S. commitment to Taipei. The Biden administration has made countering China's regional influence a cornerstone of its foreign policy. Over recent years, the U.S. has strengthened alliances and maintained strict trade policies aimed at checking China's growing military and economic influence. This latest deal is still pending congressional approval, but is expected to proceed, given bipartisan support for strengthening Taiwan's defenses. In a statement released late Saturday, Beijing expressed frustration, describing the arms deal as a direct threat to China's sovereignty. They argue it not only strains U.S. China relations, but also risks destabilizing the entire Asia-Pacific region. Taiwan's military already stands on high alert, monitoring near-daily incursions by Chinese military planes and ships in and around its airspace and waters. Just this month, a single-day record of 153 Chinese aircraft and 14 Navy vessels were spotted near Taiwan. The Taiwanese Ministry of Defense has labeled these military exercises as direct threats to its security, prompting it to bolster its air defenses. Under the terms of the $2 billion package, Taiwan will receive National Advanced Surface-to-Air Missile Systems, or NASAMS, valued at over $1 billion, These systems, which can detect threats from a distance of 300 kilometers, are expected to enhance Taiwan's ability to intercept both cruise missiles and low-flying aircraft. According to Taiwanese defense experts, these missile systems represent a significant upgrade to Taiwan's military arsenal. The NASAMS system is a networked mobile missile launcher that provides comprehensive defense coverage over Taiwan's airspace, particularly over key urban and strategic areas like Taipei. On the other side of the strait, Chinese analysts remain unfazed, claiming the NASAMS system, while advanced, is no match for China's growing military might in the region. They argue that U.S. arms sales to Taiwan serve primarily to stoke political tensions and fuel arms industry profits, rather than providing any real deterrence to China's regional dominance. This stance aligns with China's consistent military posturing in the region. Beijing has refused to rule out the use of force to bring Taiwan under its control, viewing reunification as a historical inevitability. Just last week, China held another series of large-scale drills around Taiwan, simulating a full blockade of the island's key ports. As tensions rise, the Biden administration has underscored its commitment to preventing any unilateral change to the status quo in the Taiwan Strait. The U.S. has not only increased arms sales to Taiwan, but has also ramped up its own military presence in the Asia-Pacific to deter potential Chinese aggression. On the ground in Taipei, however, locals seem unfazed by the news. Years of Chinese military drills and threats have bred a sense of resilience among the island's residents. "I don't worry, I don't panic either," says one Taipei resident, voicing a sentiment echoed by many Taiwanese who have lived with Chinese military threats for decades. As Taiwan braces for what may come, the world watches closely. Will Beijing's countermeasures escalate into something more? And can the U.S. and China navigate this tense standoff without igniting a larger conflict? The next moves by these superpowers will define the future of the Taiwan Strait, and possibly the region as a whole. Stay tuned as we continue to follow this unfolding story. Please like, comment, and subscribe for future coverage of global geopolitics and financial affairs.